should be when I sit down. Yeah. What's up, America? It's your girl. I'm back, bringing you some news you can use. We are live at the #1 internet radio station, intellectualradio.com, which is an iHeart radio station. Now, you know how I roll. My goal here is to inform, educate, entertain, and inspire. So in this intellectual dialogue hour, we're going to be sharing some information, giving introspection, and providing some inspiration. So do me a favor and please share the broadcast. So today, we have two topics that we're going to talk about. The first one is, can you believe we have 4 more days? 4 more days until the new year. Like, that's a little scary, y'all.
4 more
days. 4 more days until the new year. Now, I hope y'all ready. If you ain't ready, you better get ready. And if you don't know how to get ready, you in trouble. Because it's coming whether we ready or not. So I'm just sitting here thinking about, okay, 4 more days and then it's going to be 2019. So I have a favorite special person that's guest co-hosting today. She'll be here this Thursday and then she'll be here next Thursday. And I am so excited to have her in the building. And I will let her introduce herself to you. And then I'll tell you what we're going to talk about today.
All right. Thank you, Ms Darcy. I appreciate you having me on the show today. I'm truly excited to be here. I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. All 4 of them names.
All 4 of them names, because I had to check that too. Yes, all 4 of those names.
Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. I am an on-air and TV talent and from Chicago, Illinois. And I just want to tell a little bit like who I am. From some questionable life choices I made, I was forced to deal with those life choices with some major consequences, which then allowed me to continue like to share my story. And in sharing my story, I found out I got a passion, you know, for my purpose, which is to uplift men, women, and youth to live on purpose.
All right, I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a 28-year-old daughter who's a chef at Nordstrom's. I know, right? I got my ID. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I'm here. I'm excited to be here. It's an honor to be here. And whatever you need me to do, let's do it. Let's get it.
I'm so excited that she gets in the building. So, me and her, we're going to talk about how she got these 4 names. We were talking about that. I didn't take a break. We got some bills to pay. But, people, I want you to just stop what you're doing for like 30 seconds. And just listen to this. 2019, we're 4 days away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to give you no fluff, all facts today. So whether you are an aspiring or established entrepreneur, whether you're a book author or you're getting ready to write a book, whether you have several books up under you, whether you have a product, service, or brand that you're getting ready to launch or you're getting ready to reinvent it, right? I have something, a little something for everyone. And my question to you, the listening audience, is why wait until January when you can already be ready by January, right? So Q4 ends in 4 days, right? So now, not just you, the listening audience, not just Ebony Louise, Darci'D, we all have a decision to make. So we can either leave 2019 up to just chance and fate, right? Or we can jumpstart it, invest in it, making our dreams come true, writing them down, making it plain, setting up our goals and our accomplishments for 2019. So I'm going to share a couple of, me and Ebony Louise are going to share a couple of nuggets for you and tell them how we can jumpstart 2019 with a bang. So we want to go out with a bang, but we want to appear in 2019 with some expectations, with some reality goals, be realistic. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this intellectual dialogue hour, right? And then at the bottom of the hour, we're going to tell you how it's time to move forward. What do you have to do as an individual, as a business owner, as a wife, as a girlfriend. I ain't gonna say mistress, because you know y'all got y'all own formula. But you know what do we need to do as individuals, as mothers, as parents, as girlfriends, as showing sister love, empathy? You know, what do we need to do to change, or what are we doing, or how can we be better in the next 4 days? My motto is getting better at being better. And so I'm working on me every day, 24/7, every minute, every hour, every second, because it's a lot of work needs to be done right here in this chair, I tell you. So I don't claim to be perfect, but I try to live my life to the best, be the best person that I can be. And there's always room for improvement, because there's nobody perfect. So we're going to talk about that before we close out 2018. So don't go anywhere. Please share the broadcast. I am so excited that I have Ebony Louise sitting next to me, and I can't wait to hear her viewpoint on some of the topics we're going to talk about. So please share the broadcast. Don't go anywhere. We got some bills to pay. We'll be right back. You're tuned in to intellectualradio.com, which is an iHeart radio station. You can catch us locally, nationally, or internationally, and we have something for everyone, including myself. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. What happened right there, y'all?
What?
You want to try to rap?
Oh. Listen to Makin Waves with Ms Darci'D on IR and iHeart radio station. Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Ms Darci'D.
Oh.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to intellectualradio.com and Makin Waves with Ms Darci'D.
American Express for travel and entertainment worldwide. Just show them this, the American Express card. Someday, I may even use it on the moon. It's a bomb. So you can replace plane tickets, traveler's checks, or S.O.A.R. Really? That works? American Express's timeless safety and security are available on Apple Pay. The next evolution of membership is here.
Are bill collectors calling you? Are you afraid to answer the phone? Afraid of lawsuits, garnishments, losing your apartment, house, or car? Then call us for your debt relief options. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 7 or 13 can relieve the debt pressure. Call us now for a free phone mini consultation or log on to infotapes.com. We're the law firm you trust to get you out of debt. 1-800-401-4010.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you are tuned in to Making Waves with Ms Darci'D. I broadcast live right here every Tuesday and Thursday, starting at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, and here we are going to grow together. I'm going to be launching D, as in Darcy, Millionaire Mindset Movement, starting January 7th.
Oh, wow.
We will have a page for that. We're going to show you how to double your income, how to be the best you that you can be in 2019. So stay tuned for information for that. We're also starting a 21-day challenge with a 24-pack promo that also starts on January 7th. A lot of people make New Year's resolutions on they're going to lose weight. People want to starve themselves. They want to fast. I'm going to tell you right here, I'm still losing weight. And it's been a year and a half. I have went from 13, 14. My acne has cleared up. My hair, I'm not as tired. I mean, I can't even tell you. I have a person that's going to be on the show in January, sometime in January. He was on 8 high blood pressure medicines. He is now with his doctor in the water. He drinks 2 bottles of D-flat tummy water. He has lost so much weight in a healthy way that he looks so good. Not that he didn't look good before, but he looks even better and more healthier. And he's down now, effective December, the last week of December, he's down to, he's only taken 2 out of the 8.
Wow.
So his doctor has gradually took him off of 6 high blood pressure medicines. And I want him to come on and tell his story with his doctor. And they shared it with me yesterday, and I'm still elated because I just cannot believe. And he talks about his transformation, the things he's done. and that he could still eat things, but in moderation. But when the weight started coming off, his mindset changed, and he was more conscious about what he was putting into his body because he liked the new person. And so that's really what it does. It suppresses your appetite, but it also, when you start to lose weight, you know, before you just be walking, but when you lose weight, you know, you get like, hey.
Especially when you start seeing it.
Right, you have a little air about yourself, so you even walk differently. You be like, hey, right, that's it. You swag, turn up, all rolled into one, and that's what he was saying. He said his family was saying, you're not walking around moping. You know, you have a different look or air about yourself, and I just thank God that it helped him to be able to come off, because that was too much medication. But I'm not a doctor, but I'm glad they gradually took him off his medicine. And so I was at the mall this past weekend, and I was able to get 2 pair of pants that are a 3-4.
Shut up.
So I can't wait to wear them this
That's
weekend.
Awesome.
3-4, I may have to just take a picture and go in the back with the tag in and let y'all see. I was like, wait a minute, is this the right size? He was like, yes. Are you sure? She was like, yeah. I said, let me get another color in this brand. Do you have another color that I can get? Because, you know, I'm trying to get every color so I can hold on to that. But
well, that's awesome. You know, I'm glad you said something about the acne, because I've definitely tried your water. It is the bomb. It is one of the things I realized you have to stay. You
haven't tasted the other 2 ingredients,
right? Because you have to.
I added 2 other ingredients.
It's about being consistent.
Yes.
You can't just get a 6-pack.
That's right.
And think you're gonna lose weight.
And they do. I'm like, this is not miracle water.
Right.
Like, no.
It's definitely becomes addictive. But the thing about the acne, I'm glad you said something about that, because that's actually a really good way to sell to people. Because what we don't understand is that toxins that are in our body, once we start drinking natural things to help us, it'll start bringing all those things that's in your body that's not good come out of your face. So at first, I started to, when I was drinking it regularly for a little while, it was bumps that was coming up on my face, and I didn't understand it till I realized it's because it needed to come out somewhere.
It has to get it out, and everybody is different. And I have oily skin, and I've always suffered from acne.
Right.
And I've always went to a dermatologist, and she was like, "Wait a minute, your skin." And I know it's the water, because that's the only thing that I've changed besides eating a lot of greasy foods, you know, fried foods. But it, you know, I'm not as sluggish. I'm not looking for a nap.
So it gives you energy as well.
It gives you a little boost, not like you like this, but it gives you just a little. But the key for everybody, and I tell people, is consistency.
Yeah.
That's with anything you do in life. If you exercising, you got to do it every day. You can't just do it for 30 days and just, oh, I lost weight and I'm done. No, it's a consistent. And once you get where you want to be, then you make it curtail it from an hour to a half an hour, or from a half an hour to maybe 15 minutes.
Right.
But exercise should be a part of your regimen. It's not a part of mine in a year and a half, but my goal. My goal, so y'all pray for me, is to do something for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm not even trying to do 30. I'm trying to at least do 15 and 20. I got some squats I'm going to start doing. And then I have the where you lay down and pull your leg up, where it suppresses your abs. So those are the only 2 things that I'm getting ready to start doing. I did order a rope that has weight in it.
Yeah, because that cardio
and a hula hoop. So I said I could do the little low impact. See, I'm not trying to go in no gym for no hour and run on no treadmill. I'm not going to even tell that lie, because I know I'm not going to do that. So I got to do stuff for me that works for me. So you have to find what works for you. You know, if you may go get in a sauna for 100 degrees with natural hair, I can't do that.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah, that ain't going to work. Yeah, that ain't going to work.
Even working out is hard for natural hair, because it's hard to do something right afterwards. You're sweaty, it's thick, then you got to try to blow dry it, curl it, because you still have to go throughout your everyday, you know, unless you want to wear a ponytail. And we're not ponytail women.
Well, for workout. If I do any attempt to work out,
you do a ponytail.
I got to do a ponytail.
But when you're about to go take care of business, then I don't want that ponytail.
No, I ain't going to be able to do the ponytail.
So that transformation, that we have to transform. That's the problem.
Quick. See, African-American women be like, you know what? No, I'm going to. I just got my hair. Don't touch me right now. You can't even get near me, because I just got my. They be sleeping cute. I ain't even know about the cuteness. So
I can't sleep cute.
And they sleep just like I'll be like, no, girl, that hair be like all over everywhere. So
well, you know, I want to share with everybody. That's how I met you. I met you when you were doing an interview at a radio station.
That's right.
And you were talking about this water. She was talking about this water. I mean, just like
shout
she
out
has
to
it
Dennis
now.
Snipes.
Yeah, Dennis Snipes. That's how we met.
That's how we met.
And she sold it just from your testimony. You weren't saying like, hey, if you drink this, you're gonna do this. You were saying this is what it's doing for me, and that's the best sale. You being the product.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, you got some in the car?
Yeah, she sure did.
And
She
I came
followed me to the car.
followed you to
Because
the car.
I was the walking billboard for my
Yes.
entire community.
You're
Actually,
your
people
brand.
saw me, and they was like,
Yeah.
"You lose." I mean, I was in the pharmacy. I was in the drive-through at CVS, and the manager, he was like, "I need you to come around and come inside." I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "I'm gonna tell you." He was like, "Your face looks small. What you doing?" In the drive-through, getting my medicine.
So he
But
seen
he-
you before?
Yeah.
So he saw a
People
difference.
in the community.
That's that light.
People in the community was like,
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of them was like, what?
Yeah. That's what it do.
So when it's one thing when you know, but when somebody else knows, it's oh, it's on
Yeah.
in. It's on. It's
Yeah.
on.
And where I messed up at is that I started getting the 6-packs. And it's hard because it's a process on getting water from you.
Yep, it's a process.
And you need to have that 7th bottle when the 6th one
That's
in,
right.
and it does not work
and
like
I
that.
even tell you on the instructions when you get down to like 5 or 6 bottles, you need to get back
Yeah.
on it. Don't let it be
I'll-
a gap.
I'm going to.
Don't let it be a gap.
I'm going to do the 24-pack, and I'm going to start trying it that way because it's almost like a month. You could, but do you have a
Yeah.
30-pack?
I don't know if I got it in the car.
But I'm saying, do you sell a 30-pack?
Oh yeah, we have a 24-pack and 30-pack, and actually right now it's $5 off of each case, any case.
Okay.
We have that promo, and it's all the way until the end of the month. So
Okay.
yeah, we do have that promo. I'm just telling you, whatever
Yeah,
you're gonna
the water.
do, you know. And then I have a lot of tips and tricks I'm gonna be sharing with people on D-Flat Tommy Water on my Facebook page. So please join it. We're gonna tell you you can still eat whatever you want, but it's how you prepare it too. So we're gonna be sharing that with you as well. But the D-Flat Tommy Water and regular water to flush is so crucial. I'm not a water person, and that's why my family is shocked that I got something that involved water, because I used to dehydrate as a child.
So you don't
as an
like drinking
adult.
water.
I do not like drinking
And here
water.
you are
And
creating something.
how ironic is that? I mean, like in the hospital dehydrating because I
Wow.
won't drink water. Like, I can't even tell you the conversations I had with doctors, and I was like, "I'll be all right." He said, "No, you're not." I'm like, "Okay."
You need to drink water.
Drink some water, and I'm telling you, I still to this day don't, but I know as I get older and more mature what it does for your body. Because
Right.
our body, when I took a nutrition class, our body feeds off of water.
Yes, we need it.
So you can't deprive yourself of water. We can never drink enough. We need to be drinking 1 liter of water a day. I can't even
The 8
comprehend
glasses.
You need 64 ounces of
Right.
water a day.
I see people carrying around a gallon.
The gallon.
To
See,
just make sure
I
they
couldn't
can
do that
measure
because
it.
I'm looking at that and be like, I ain't gonna be able to do this.
Yeah. and-
Hey, but I can do the bottle. So what I do now, I try to, when I first wake up, I do my swallow of flat tummy water. I drink this much of a 16 ounce, like half of a 16 ounce
Okay.
bottle. And then within 2 hours, my phone goes off. My phone is my accountability partner.
Does it say drink water?
It says drink regular water or it says drink D-flat tummy water. It
Okay.
says have a snack. My phone does this
Because you
for
need
me.
to be reminded.
And it
Yeah.
reminds me, so my body knows. And I'm at a point now where I know
Right.
it's time. And so I try to finish 2 bottles by 1 p.m. of regular water. And I try to finish the other 2 by 8 p.m.
And that's how you set
And
up.
that's how I
And
try
that's
to
how you have to
64
do it.
ounces.
You have to.
Because I just can't
mentally-
I can't carry no half liter around every time I'm
No,
gonna drink this. I don't care how cute the container is. I don't care how you decorate it. I'll be like, I ain't gonna be able to do this. But this kind of is like breaking it down. So I got 1 bottle, okay. I got
Right.
half,
That's
okay.
good.
I can have one to go. And I'll be like, close my eyes, girl, trying to get it. I get a straw. I mean, I really don't like it.
Yeah.
But
you
I know
definitely
it works, though.
You
I know
definitely
it
got
works.
something. This
It
D-flat tummy water.
It works.
It
I'm
definitely
telling
works.
you, that was God sent it. He
definitely
was like,
works.
you know what, you're going to drink this water one way or the other, so we're going to have to figure this out together.
Yeah.
And that's
Right.
really what it is. So how do we, well, first of all, before we even get into how to finish 2008 with a bang and bring greater success in 2019, how did you get this name? Because you know I got to ask her.
Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly.
I mean, I was like, what? When
Yeah.
I met her, I say, hey, she said, yeah, my name is Emma. I was like, what?
And I love it because now I
That's a
introduce-
conversation.
Right, because that's what happens. When people, sometimes you meet people and they move so fast. They were like, oh, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Once I say, hi, I'm Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly, they pause.
Right. 'cause you're like, what?
Everybody pauses. And they're like, huh? who? And I get to say it again, which is me working on my brand, which is me planting a seed, because now you'll never forget me. Then sometimes I get to explain. Right. Then I got this orange hair.
Right. So you can't forget her. I'm doing the show with Dennis, and I'm looking at her. I said, she said her name was what?
Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. So I am a product of two grandmothers, being I was the youngest and the only girl. So instead of hurting somebody's feelings, I was blessed because I didn't always like my name.
I know you did.
I was blessed with Sarah Louise, my grandmother Sarah, and then my other grandmother Louise. So growing up as a child, I hated.
Because they tease you.
Hated my name. It was old Mississippi name. I didn't even look like, Ebony Sarah Louise
Our
Kelly.
parents don't think about stuff like that. They just I'm gonna name you this. I'm gonna name you this.
But it's amazing. That's how God worked, right? Yeah. Because they were planting legacy 47 years ago, and I didn't even know it.
Didn't get it.
So growing up in high school, I hated it. I was embarrassed graduation day because I was late, and they had my name plastered on the seat. But as I grew up, and once I lost both of my grandmothers, God reminded me that I am their legacy. I'm a part of their legacy. So then I started to embrace it. So now everything is Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. Gmail, all my social media.
Everything that says
everything.
Her email.
Everything. Yes. Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. So that's how my name originated, and that's who I am. And
now, what did you name your daughter?
You won't find nobody like me.
No, nobody. What you name your daughter?
So my daughter is Danielle Darlene Kelly. A lot of people say I should have named her after me, but I was in labor reading a Danielle Steele book, Butterfly. Okay. Because I was in labor for a long time. Excuse me. And then my aunt, my mom's sister, she passed away when I was 9, and she meant a lot to me, so I named her Darlene.
Okay. But I like the double D's. Now,
yeah, she's Danielle.
So tell your daughter we got something in common.
The double D's?
Yeah, because my first name is Darcy. I refuse to share
your middle name
with America. My middle name, and I can tell you right now, it's not. You would never, ever find it. If you do, $500.
Is it one of those Mississippi?
Yes.
Like on
my
the ranch?
mother's best friend was named this, and I'm
gonna research.
Actually, that was
my $500.
That was my first name, and I paid money to switch it to my middle name. That's how much. It's that bad. Yeah. So you talk about you. That's how bad it was that I reversed the middle to the first and the first. Yes,
So you don't use your middle name at all.
No. As soon as I got an adult, how much do I need to do, and when can I get this done?
As soon as you was old enough to do it.
It was out.
Did they ever call you that name when you were little? Like the family?
Yes. And they mispronounced it. It's unique because you ain't gonna hear it. But they mispronounced
it. But you said $500.
Even
Don't
my
forget.
parents.
She said $500.
Watch this. My parents mispronounced it. So I'm just like, you name me and you gonna say it wrong. And then as I got older, I would get upset. Say my name right or don't say it at all.
Right.
So then they started calling me the double D's. They started calling me Dee Dee.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, y'all gonna keep on pronouncing my name wrong. When I get old enough, I'm switching this.
And
it was like, you can't do that. Psh, watch me. I was researching it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, right. So
that's amazing, though.
I did, but that's how you learn about people, because you be like, now my family know, they know, and so when I'm taking my friends around my family, or people that I've met or I'm doing business with, some of my family will say Dee Dee, some of my family will say Darcy, some of my family will call me my middle name.
Okay.
And then they be like, wait, what did you say? I say, if you tell anybody, it's gonna be a problem. They're looking at me like
on the playground after school.
Like I'm a dot. Yeah.
Got you.
They was like, but I like that. I'm like, no, you don't.
No, because you don't like
nice.
it, right?
No. Yeah, so. And then we just go on. But everybody has a story, and my goal in 2019 is to have people on my show, on my platform, to share their story. Mm-hmm. Because even though we be like, no, I didn't really know, it is something. And your story, or part of your story, or a portion of your story will uplift, inspire someone else. And that should be our ultimate goal, because everybody is not the same, and thank God for that.
Right.
But everybody brings something unique and different to the table. And so if you don't get to know them, like right now, I got 5,000 friends on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on all these. I don't know most of these people. But so it's time to get to know them and see how that we can work together, how maybe we can do some business together in 2019. And
networking.
So you got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
you got to start somewhere. So we got 4 days into the new year, right? So the days are getting shorter.
Yes.
The weather is changing. It's turning. It's getting a little chilly in the air. So people are they're trying to finish out the year in the next 4 days, doubling, finalizing their sponsors, their businesses, their customers, their clients, giving out thank you cards, let me tell you, the thank you cards to me has been the biggest, hugest success for my business.
I send thank you cards.
I send thank you cards quarterly.
Okay.
I get if they're married, their when they got married, their date, their birthday, their kid's birthday.
Because you do ask for all that information.
I ask for all the information. If they started a business, right, and let's say they started a business, let's say you started a business September 5th.
Okay.
So next, I'll make every quarterly say, how's things going? How's that working for you?
Okay.
And they may say, well, this part working, but this part is not. And I say, well, I don't know anything, but check out this link. Check out this link. Right. Help. Because sometimes we have the most amazing ideas. We're very smart. We're very intelligent. But sometimes we can't connect it. So we sitting on a gold mine, but we don't know how to implement it. We don't know how to carry it out. We don't know how to have it generate money. Or we have a business and we're making 1,000, but we say, man, I'd like to make 2,000.
Okay.
And you just continue to make the 1,000. And you say, well, and sometimes we be afraid that we think it's a dumb question. People gonna think differently of us. But to me, ain't no question. No question is a dumb question. And so I'm the type of person, I don't care how you feel about me, because how you feel about me don't have nothing to do with me.
They say other people's perception is not your reality.
That's it. Say it, girl. Say it one more time, because I'm getting excited.
Other people's perception about you is not your reality.
It's not. So I can ask a question, and it may be dumb to you.
But that's
maybe
how you
dumb
learn.
to Wanda. Maybe
that's
dumb
how you learn.
But I'm okay with it being dumb, because I need you to answer my question. Right. Answer my dumb question.
Right. So you've experienced when you ask people questions, and they get upset because they think they answered it. And I have to tell people, like, this is the way I learn. Let me form the question in the way I need to form to walk away with what I need. But a lot of people get so upset because they just want to give it to you the way they want to give it to you. Yeah. So I'm glad you said that, because
and what about this?
I'm learning.
What about they say, you don't know that? Ebony Louise, you should have.
I was like, no.
You don't know that? You should already know that. Girl, you know that.
So
a few minutes later, you didn't answer my question. I'm waiting for you to give me
right.
I got pen and paper. I got my recorder on my phone. People use these phones. We got calendars. My kids think they grown. They say, man, you got a lot going on, Ma. Shoes. They tell me drink my water, drink my regular water, drink deflat tonic water, eat a snack, call this person, they birthday coming up.
You got the alarm
I got so much stuff in this phone.
Yeah.
And then I download it to my computer, but the only way I can be on top of things is so much. You got to have a password for your bank. You got to have a password to log in. You got to have a password to get the money out.
Everything.
You got to, and then that's just one. So then you got to have a password to get on your computer, your laptop. Then you go into Facebook, to go into LinkedIn, to go into Pinterest, to go in Periscope. You need a password to go on Instagram.
And don't have all of them open on your phone, where when you get to a computer, you be like, huh? My password. What's my password?
And then I'll be like,
to flip
and
it
then they be like, you locked out. You need to send a you forget. I'll be like,
I'm going to Facebook jail.
They say you can't make them all the same, but you got to do something. You got to have some type of formality to that. So here are a couple of ways that me and Ebony Louise gonna dissect how we can do
Sarah
it. What did I say?
You said Ebony Louise.
I forgot the Sarah.
You can say Ebony.
No, because
I know each other. We can just say Ebony.
Because I want my name messed up. No, Ebony Sarah.
ESLK, shorten it, whichever way. No.
Ebony Louise.
Ebony Sarah.
What I said? Ebony Louise. See, I'm messing up. Y'all see this? I told y'all I'm getting better at being better every second.
That's okay, Darci'D. I'm going to find out that D.
Sarah Louise.
Yes.
I'm going to get this right.
I appreciate you
I'm gonna get this
really, like, wanting to.
But you know what? I ask people, and I look at their name, and they introduce them, and I be like, don't tell me. And I guess. They said, wow. They said, it's right. Or they'll say, wow, you the first person got this.
Right.
Because I'll study it.
Mm-hmm.
They said, I want you to meet somebody. I said, what's their name? They said, come on, don't tell me their name. Is it a hard name? They say, well. I said,
because you want to be able to pronunciate it.
Because I went through that.
Respect.
And I said, did I pronounce your name right? They said, kind of. I said, no, well, tell me how to pronounce it.
Right.
And then I worked toward doing it right.
You know what? Because there's so many people that'll say, oh, no, it's okay.
It ain't
I'm
okay.
like, no, it's not okay. It's your name. Tell me how to pronounce it the way you pronounce it. Yeah. And people appreciate that.
I'm
so
a stickler
I appreciate
for that.
you.
I
appreciate you
for that. That's a pet peeve of
Step
mine.
my game up now. My
That's
name.
a
I'll be
pet
like,
peeve.
Ebony Sarah
I'll be like,
Louise.
oh, you know what? My name not Marcy. It starts with D.
They
As
call
in
you
David.
Marcy?
Yeah,
Oh,
all the
wow.
time. My name is Darcy, but it's okay. But I just want you to know for next time.
See, that's so
And
nice.
they be looking at me like,
Yeah, you can't get mad at that.
but I'm
That's
serious.
curious.
They be like, yeah, I'm serious. And I don't get upset. I say, it's okay. My name not Marcy. It's Darcy. I do this all day, like literally. Okay, so the first thing we want to do with our goals so we can go out with a bang. We only got 4 days, so you're going to have to be
Mhm.
banging tough, right?
Banging tough. I
Review
love
your goals that you made at the beginning of the year or that you make quarterly, right? Some people shy away because they say, oh, it's not working. I've been one of those, you know, lack of progress, or even if it's just a little progress, it's more progress than you had the last month. But people don't like to go their quarter horses. So if it ain't working the way they feel it should be, they may not. But are you ready for it to work? Like,
That's good.
to give you an example, I always say I want to make $1 million. I want to be a millionaire. Be careful what you spit out your mouth, right?
That's how I work.
So I had a company approach me about the water. Let me just share this with you. They said, I can show you how to make $1 million every 90 days. What? I can show you how to make $1 million every 90 days with D-flat Tommy water. I was like, yeah, right, don't play. He looked at me, he said, I'm not playing. Do you want to know or don't you?
Of course.
Then now I'm a little scared, right? Don't be scared of success. So I was like, yeah, I want to know. I'm going to do a contract with you. I need 10,000 cases of D-flat Tommy water every 90 days. I'm going to market it, promote it. We're going to do a campaign. And every 90 days, we're going to sell 10,000 cases, and you're going to make $1 million every 90 days. Now, are you ready?
You gotta produce 10,000 times 4, 40,000
Come on.
a year. So you want to make the $1 million, but now you have to have the manpower, the labor, the machinery. Like, I don't even know what that looks like, because you can't have 10
Yes.
people working every day like trying to make this water. You gotta have a
He
system.
said, have your people call my people.
And it's
What people?
you.
I ain't got no people.
God, call
See,
them God.
But you see what I'm saying? So then I was like, he said, but you said you wanted to make $1 million.
Oh, so that's good. Be careful what you ask for, because you gotta be ready.
I still ain't ready. That's been almost 5 months ago. But I'm trying to get ready.
But he's available
What am
for
I
you
say? I'm
whenever
trying-
you're ready.
Gave me a year open invoice.
OMG.
So I got to make it happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You need like a facility. You need
So we brainstormed. We started my first meeting this Friday.
okay.
But I'm telling you, when you say stuff, are you ready?
Yes.
So even if you're a quarter horse and you're making progress and it's a little, it's better than where you were.
Yes.
So you can't give up. Because right when you're ready to give up, that's when it happens.
Yes. That's deep. That's good teaching right there, Darcy.
So I shut up. And I'm rarely quiet. If I'm asleep or sick.
But now you're
But
trying to
that
figure
shut
it
me
out.
Because I'm trying to figure out how to make it happen. And it's going to happen.
So let me just
So I
ask you
gotta
this
figure it
question.
out.
How long does it take you to make 20 bottles?
20 bottles or a case?
Okay.
24
24
pack?
case.
Oh, less than a half an hour.
So 10. So if we do the math on that.
I can't.
Oh,
But that's what I'm saying.
It's all right.
Hey,
It's
and
understanding.
not just that. Because somebody made me equipment to make it faster.
Okay.
Right. So I got these 4 big old inventions somebody made for me. But that ain't it. What about the ingredients?
You gotta purchase. You know what? Speaking
So
of
I can't get to the manpower until I get to the ingredients.
You know, speaking of the ingredients, I want, if you don't mind sharing a little bit to help us. When I met you, you were talking about the ingredients, because people always ask you, what's in your water? What's in your water? And I remember you were expressing how it's just like overwhelming sometimes, because when we go to Whole Foods or we go to Mariano's and we buy stuff off the shelf, we're not asking like everything in the ingredients. And I said, well, I thought we knew, because if you turn around the bottle, you'll find it. But you told me something that blessed me. You told me that the things that we eat and drink, the person that actually produces the product only has to put a percentage of the ingredients in what we're eating. They don't even have to put everything in there.
Because guess what? If they did, we probably wouldn't eat it.
We probably wouldn't eat it. So why do we, when it's personal, why do we want more from you,
I have no idea.
the water, our sister friend, you my friend, than we would expect going into the
'Cause
grocery
this is what
store
I have,
paying for something.
and I'm glad you brought this up because I just had a confrontation with a lady Monday while my workers were at the house, and she said she'd have had, I think, maybe 3 6-packs. So now she wanted a case. So then she said, well, before I get the case, I need to know what's in the water. Wait a minute. But when you had the 6-packs, you didn't ask me? She said, but I have a case.
Oh, because they might want to make it themselves.
So I'm like, okay, so you done had 3 6-packs, correct? She said, yeah. But now you finna purchase a 24-pack or a 30, and you want me to tell you. She said, because I take medicine. But that wasn't the concern when you had the other 3 6-packs.
Which was another thing you blessed me with, because you said, how about you tell me what you don't eat or what you're allergic to, and then I'll tell you if it works.
That's where we went. So that, God is good.
I know, I remember.
Because
that's why we connected, because you blessed me.
That's the same conversation that I
knowledge.
had with her. I said, now, you didn't even ask me with the first 3 6-packs. So now, my question, when you spoke of medicine, so I said to the customer, if there's something you're allergic to, then please let me know, and maybe the water is not for you. Because I don't want to never have someone take something and have a flare-up. She said, well, I'm not saying I'm actually allergic to anything. Well, wait a minute now. Right. I'm trying to figure this out. I got my workers. Right. We all looking. You done had 3 6-packs. So you done had 18 bottles.
And it's working for us.
And she's never mentioned any of this. But now you finna buy a case, and you said you have to know because you're taking medicine.
Right.
So you wasn't taking medicine with the other 3 6-packs? She said, yeah. So I said, but you're not allergic to anything. I said, if you were, you would tell me. She said, yeah. I said, well, you know what? Maybe this water is not for you. No. Because I done lost interest in weight. Well, wait a minute now. I'm trying to weigh this.
Right.
I said, do me a favor. I'll tell you what's in my water if you do something for me. She said, okay. I need you to go to your nearest KFC or Popeyes.
And go ask them.
And ask them what their secret ingredients is for their Popeyes and for their original recipe. And if they give it to you on letterhead, then I will give you my ingredients.
Oh, that was good, because there's no way.
She said, wait, what?
They're not giving that up.
She said, oh, so what you trying to tell me? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, even the commercial says it's their secret sauce. Or secret.
So we don't really know technically what we're eating, what we're drinking. We only know what's on that label. They're not required to put them all, because guess what? Where would they put them? If there was 20 ingredients and the can was this small, they can't get 20, because you got to put the UPC label on there. Mm-hmm. They got to put their logo on there. They got to put their name on there, right? The phone number, website, something. It ain't that much in a label.
That's
right?
Good.
It's really not. So we really don't know. Why do you think a person that's 60-something years old and she go to the doctor because she can't breathe, and they say, oh, you got asthma. How you develop asthma at 60? It's the food that we're eating.
Yeah, that's food.
People, look at young people. If they eat McDonald's, White Castle, Wendy's, Burger King for 2 months, they'll look like the Hulk.
Yeah, it's sad.
So
that's how we need that water.
And then watch this. If they told you, I know because I'm picky eater, I probably wouldn't eat it. So here's the thing. Take Johnson & Johnson. They're being sued right now. The baby powder formaldehyde. That's what you use to embalm a person.
We were putting that on our bodies.
And it just came out. But they kept it because they put all these other ingredients on it. But if they put that on there, well, nobody had to use that for their baby. So think about it. So I'm telling people that this ain't just started with D-flat tummy water. This been going on forever.
Well, that's good that you educate yourself to understand that, so you're able to speak that to people, because somebody else would be like, well, I'm just not going to tell you.
And they do. And I don't want to be like that with a customer.
Or
they'll tell me, well, I'm not going to buy it. Okay. So you just going to let me not buy it? I'm not doing anything to stop you from buying it. Right. But this is what it is.
Right.
And that's the most question that we get constantly, like all day long.
Could you imagine if we were all in front of Kentucky Fried Chicken? Like, we're not eating your chicken until you tell us what's in it.
And the Colonel be like, okay.
Whatever. Like,
because we got 55 million over here, go buy it.
Exactly.
Pop.
That's good.
People know pop got acid in it. They still gonna drink it.
Oh my God, Coca-Cola is so good.
See? You gonna
it's so bad.
If they told you they have formaldehyde in there, would you still drink it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna still drink it.
It I may take like 2 weeks off.
But you're gonna
Try to
be saying,
front.
"Oh my God,
I'll be like,
I gotta have
oh,
this.
I
gotta
need
have
it."
this." And
Yeah.
that's just the reality of
Yeah,
it. And
it
what
is.
I don't like is that consumers put small business owners or medium-sized business owners through all of this, and they wouldn't even dare go
That's true.
into a store and say this. I need
That's
to
the
know what you.
familiarity
Yeah, but looking
too.
at you like what?
Yeah. Yeah. We're familiar with people, so we think we demand more from a person we know
We do.
than people that we don't, or products that we don't know about.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that out
And
because I wanted
thank you
people
for that,
to understand that.
They said you and my workers be talking about you just so calm. I'm like, I'm used to this.
Because we were in each other's space for maybe 30 minutes, and I learned all that from you in that 30 minutes. Because remember, your interview really wasn't about the water.
It wasn't. It really wasn't.
But you had that bottle of water next to you, and you was just sipping it and sipping
She
it
was like,
and
"What
sipping
is
it.
this?
I was like,
You
wait,
got
hold
some in the
up.
car. She got her stuff. She went to the car
Right.
with me. Actually, I gave her and my other
Right.
worker some.
And I just love
some
God because
water.
I didn't know, like, I haven't bought any water in a long time. I need to. But I just love how when you are connected, you are connected,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And Darcy sends out text messages to encourage you. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everything is about the water because it's about your good health. But she sends out encouraging things about, for entrepreneurs and just for you to live just every single day. So that's honorable.
Yeah, it's
of
hard.
you.
It's not easy.
I know it's not easy.
It's not, and if anybody tell you it is, it's not. And if the farther up the ladder they go, we gotta take some people with us. But it gets harder. And so people that are not there yet don't understand that.
Right.
It's not going to always be peaches and cream. It's not going to always be fluff. But it's not that person's fault. And so I just feel it's better to be uplifting and encouraging
Yes.
than to be negative.
Yes.
Because I cannot take a negative person.
And you're teaching.
I have a friend that's like that. And when I see their number, my whole body cringe. And what I do is I had to find a way to tell her without hurting her feelings and say that I want to be there for you because I want her to be there for me. But we can't, you can have a pity party for a few minutes, but you can't, the whole conversation can't be a pity party.
It's
So
hard.
you have to come up out of it.
Because it'll pull you in. And then you'll find yourself having a pity party for yourself. And you'll be like, hold up, wait a minute, how did I get here?
Right, because I was in a good mood and get on the phone when I be done.
Yeah.
Everybody in the house I'm fussing at. They be like, well,
What just
you need to
happened?
not talk to her because we ain't did nothing to you. So, and that's not me. So I try to instill it. So she's getting a little bit better, but she got a ways to go. Well, we all got things that we have to work on. But I just think for now, we can be better. We got the new year coming.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever your goal is, make it a realistic goal. Don't be trying to make no crazy goals.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want to make $1 million in 5 days and you ain't got nothing wrote down and you don't have no plans.
Right.
You got to track this. You have to write it down. The
Right.
plan is not going to work until you put it into action.
Exactly.
You have to have what you're going to do quarterly, what you're going to do every day. It's going to require a different version of you. It's not going to be easy. Everything is not going to work out if you got kids, if you got a husband, if you got a boyfriend. All these things are going to be obstacles, right? So you have to figure out. I suffer from migraines. My migraines, if I catch it in time, it'd be 3 days. If I don't catch it in time, it could be 7 days.
Wow.
Then I end up in the ER. It affects my eyesight. I was at the doctor last Friday for over 3.5 hours with a new specialist that took me 3 months to get. And he said, and I told him I respect what he said, but I had to tell him we're going to find another way. He said you have 2 options. If you continue to have these migraines, you're headed for a stroke. So I had a pity party right there in the doctor's office. I called my friends. I called my family. I cried. I woke up. I said, you know what? I'm not accepting this.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to find something else.
Mm-hmm.
So then he said, I can give you an injection once a month. Excuse me, now he can give me one. He going to show me how to give it to myself. I can't stick myself. I know I can't. So he was like, well, anybody you trust that can stick you, you want me to get somebody else to stick me that ain't got no license? That's not going to work. So I said, what else you got? He said, we can do 29 injections.
Oh.
Like a prick. From this point, from this temple, all around to the other temple. Because the goal is to get rid of your migraines because they're not getting any better. So the medicine you're taking ain't working.
People don't understand. Migraines are real.
And it's not a headache. So people don't come to me talking about, oh, you just got a headache. No, I don't have a headache. But I don't let that stop me. I have to keep going. So I'm either up or I'm down.
Right.
And for me, people make excuses of why they can't do this or why they can't do this, and they don't have migraine. Ain't nothing wrong with them. So if ain't nothing wrong with you can't come to me telling me something happened because of how you was raised or using the projects or your mama was this or your mama was an alcoholic, your daddy was a drug addict, this person. I don't want to hear that because just because that happened to them don't mean you have to be there.
Right. It's not your everybody's story. Everybody has a different path.
Right.
That's why you should share your story, because you just never know the ones that you may kind of draw to you. But what I love about what you just said, Darcy, in your product and in talking about the last 4 days, what I heard was that one of the things that we should do is research what we're trying to do, whatever that goal is that you have, to research it, because you have so much knowledge about your product, and that only comes from researching.
As a researcher.
You know,
That's
so that's a lot of
The
things.
doctor
Right.
told me all that stuff he told me. I said, I need you to write it down.
So
and
you
I meant to
research
bring it. It's on my dresser. I left it with 4 pages
Yeah.
of all these suggestions for my migraines, and I can tell you that was last Friday. It's getting ready to be a week, and I've been researching every single day.
Researching
So
is so
I
important.
told him I need to talk to you because I got some other stuff. He was like, from them pages? I said, yeah. He was like, oh my God, let me schedule you. But see, just because a person tell you gotta get your leg cut off or you gotta get your eye surgery, now, I'm not saying they're not right, but there could be an alternative. And you have to do that because that's your body.
Yeah.
We have to do that. Just
Yeah.
like if somebody is a millionaire. Look at Tyler Perry. He wearing skirts and dresses, and he got, what's the lady's name that he played? Madea. So he said Madea was gone. He getting rid of Madea in this last play, right?
Right.
But Madea has did a lot for him,
Yeah.
right? So he's saying he getting rid of Madea. I'm like, you shouldn't get rid of Madea. But he got his reasons for getting. He might be coming out with somebody else. Maybe Aunt Sally, Aunt Sue. We don't know, right? So I'm saying that everybody has a talent. Everybody has a skill. Everybody has something to bring to the table that's unique. And so I'm not saying don't quit your job, because Darcy not saying quit your job. I'm saying spend an hour or two a day or a week on you, on what you like to do.
Researching. Yeah.
And then once you figure that out and it works for you, then pursue that and be the best expert at whatever that is.
Because Google can become your best friend. Like, you can find a lot of stuff. I mean, you can go deeper than Google.
You got
But
Bing, you got Yahoo,
yes.
you got YouTube. They didn't even have all this back in the day. So people keep talking about, I don't have no money. Go to the library. You don't have internet, get the library card. It's free. So you don't make excuses. Find something to do. People say that I'm sick and tired of being broke. You're not sick and tired of being broke if you ain't looking for no solution.
That's true.
And my thing is, well, this is my last show of this year. Do not be sitting there listening. Share this video. And if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. If last year on this date, and it was 4 days before the end of the year in 2017, and you had a negative in your account, or you getting all these past due late notices, or you in a dead end job, or you not changing nothing, and you know it's not working, that's called insanity.
Do something different.
Stop the madness. There's no reason that if you had a negative 365 days ago, you should still have it this year, a year later. Something ain't right. And if you don't know, ask somebody. Bing it, YouTube it. Ask somebody, can they mentor you? If you want to cut hair, and you, because that ain't me, but if you want to cut hair, you want to be a hairstylist, go find out who's a hairstylist in your community that's good.
And learn
You
how.
want to be a business person, you want to do speaking engagements, go find somebody in your community that's doing that. You want to be a radio personality, find somebody that you can mentor or shadow. You want to be a weather girl, that's the best job you can be, because whether you right, and whether you wrong, you still right.
With the weather.
I should have been a weather girl. I would think I would have been a good weather girl.
Yeah,
you don't know. They tell you it's going to be 90, it may be 20. And guess what? They ain't getting fired.
Because there are no consequences for telling us
Ain't
the
no
wrong weather, right?
So we
Because
was
they're
thinking
getting it
supposed
from
to be a
something
doctor,
else.
lawyer. We could have been a
Right.
weather girl. A weather person. So I'm just saying, though, there's things that you could do. There's so, my thing is to do a vlog. My thing is to write ebooks. All these days that we had off for the holiday, I've been writing, getting my cover page. It's a 4-part series. I'm getting it together. The book deal, I got offered 3. I took 1. I'm already working on that. They said, you need content. I said, I got content.
Yeah, content.
And so he was like, no, I'm serious. I said, when I went down there, I had 3 boxes. I said, I got some more. He said, oh, we don't usually have people that have content. I got, because I'm always journaling. So I got content. I just need to know how to put it together.
Yes.
So I'm saying, if everybody got I didn't think I had a book in me, but I got a book in me. Ebony Sarah Louise got a book in her.
So that's where I am right now.
So see
I'm
what I'm
being
talking about?
obedient to, I have to.
You gotta do it.
You know, it's the start. And what I learned is that we are thinking that we need to start from title, first chapter, the second chapter. And sometimes first you just got to write the characters. Or sometimes you write your end first. Or sometimes you write the middle. But I was told, just start writing it.
It
like
don't
you have
matter
the
when
journals,
you do
but
it.
start
It
writing
don't matter
it.
when you do whatever it is, just start.
And it doesn't have to be a 1,000-page book. It can be a self-help book. It could be things you need to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've learned that it's so many different kind of styles.
I've been researching, writing a book, self-published, getting a publisher, the difference, how to do it, how to launch your campaign, you know, to talk about your book, to sign the book, to get people to come, all of this stuff, Bing, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest.
Everything.
I done printed out. I even went to the library and got audio. Going and bought me some different kind of earplugs so that I could listen. I'm telling you, because I want my book to be a bestseller. And so even though you go and talk to somebody who wrote 10 or 20 books, you still got to write it for you. You got to write it for Ebony Sarah Louise. I got to write it for Darci'D. I'm telling you what that D stand for. Redmond. I have, whatever it is in life, whatever. If you want to be the best parent you can be, the best grandma, glamour, gamma, whatever it is, you can do it. But you got to at least start. People come to me and tell me all these things they want to do. People that have non-for-profits, for-profits, sole proprietor, LLC, S Corp, C Corp. Where you go start?
I didn't even know about
They
all
telling
this.
me all this. And that was a year ago. That was 6 months ago. One lady 7 years ago. Yeah, I gotta get everything together. I gotta wait for the right time. Ain't no right time. The right time is right now, today, this afternoon. What time is it?
It's just about starting.
Start right now.
It's
Even
just
if you
about
take
starting.
baby steps, just do it.
I'm encouraged.
Just do it,
You're
people.
encouraging me.
Whatever it is. I got a bunch of stuff everywhere. And I be telling I know that my family gets sick of me talking. They was like, when you gonna do it? And I'm like, I need to get this. Why? Why you can't just start? I want a cute notebook. I want cute pens. Just write.
We do have to have that one notebook
But you see what I'm
and the
saying?
pen. We make those excuses up.
Because that's how, or it's a distraction.
It is.
I'm going to do it after
It's
this.
definitely this.
For me, it had to start on a Monday. But what? That's crazy. I could be at home all day Sunday. Why you ain't writing today? Because I got to start on a Monday. Why?
Right.
I don't know.
And I'm just resting after church. I'll start Monday.
Then I changed Monday to Sunday.
Right.
So now, I said this 3 Sundays ago, and I haven't did jack.
Yeah. Because my book, I was given that information. Ooh, I'm even embarrassed to say the date, but I'm going to use myself as an example. It was 2012.
See? There
2000
your million,
July
$1 million right there.
2012.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We our own obstacle.
Yeah, we are.
You said, who my obstacle? It's this person for that. No, get a mirror out. With ladies, we always got one. Sometimes men have more in their pockets than we do.
And we don't. We
Put
got our
that mirror
phone
up, right? And that's your distraction.
Yeah. I have been distracted because I've come up with every excuse, and then it's like, well, I don't know how. Well, yes, you do. Just start.
Here's a format that's simple, and I need you all to get a pen and paper and write this down, right? We call it the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up with goals in this format. The first thing you want to do, 5 things you need to do in the next 30 days.
That's good.
You do these 5 things by January 31st, 2019. 4 things you need to stop doing by January 31st, 2019. 3 new habits you need to form by January 31st, 2019. 2 key people to hold you accountable for those 5 things you need to do, those 4 things you need to stop doing, and those 3 new habits you're going to form. The 5th thing, one new belief, and I'm gonna throw this one in there. Make your bed every single day.
My mama, I didn't know the importance of that until I got older.
Every single girl.
Because if you think
They
about
be
it, it's
like,
all
let's
about,
go. I said, hold on. My grandbaby said, Grandma, come on. I got to make my bed.
But
She
you know
said,
what
why?
I
You come back in
learned?
here and mess it up? It's a mindset.
It's a mindset. I learned it's all about the comeback.
Girl.
It's all about when you come back. It's not about
That's it.
leaving. It's all about how you come back into your home, the peace that you need to have.
You don't want to come in, the spread over here,
Yes.
the comforter on the floor, the pillow over there.
I've
Everything.
learned that. I've
Make
learned
everything
that.
nice
It's about the
and
comeback.
neat.
Prepare for your comeback. Prepare for when you return.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's how I am. My kitchen. I mean, and if you make and that's a big step. But I know that you can do it. And see, once you do this, when you get clients and multiple clients, it's preparing you for success, because that means you're gonna make sure everything is the way it needs to be. It's precise. It's perfect, and all your customer clients gonna love you because you're doing that one or two little key things. That new belief.
Yep.
Is gonna change your life.
Yes.
Because people think they need to go to all. I love networking. I go to so many networking events. It's unreal. But this is the thing I had to learn the hard way. It's not how many you go to. It's the fortune is in the follow up. So I would leave with 30 business cards. Hey, I got 30 business cards. I met 30 new people. And it's a month later, and I ain't called nobody. I ain't reached out to nobody. I ain't sent nobody no email. And that's where I learned to do the thank you notes. Talk to people quarterly. They may not be my customer, but I'm checking on them. Because guess what? I want them to check on me.
Right. That's good.
It's a win-win.
Yes.
It's like a cross-promote help. We need this in the world that we're living in. Y'all got this man president, that's y'all president, doing crazy stuff every single day.
Yeah. And it's all about how you show up. You know, that 30-second elevator pitch. You know, when you walk into a room, you have to show up. Because a lot of people walk into the room and they don't show up.
They just there.
Right. And just think about it. If you get into the elevator with somebody, you want to be able to have your pitch for that person, for that company. Nobody wants to hear, I got 3 kids, I used to go to this school. Like, you have to format it to where you're going. So if you're a chef and you run into another chef, you have to format it for that. You know what I'm saying? You have to know who you are targeting. You have to know your target audience. So if you're going to this networking event, you know the kind of people that's going to be there. Know your 30-second elevator pitch for when you see Darcy. You already know she said she's about to make $1 million.
I'm already going in.
So now how can you know, so she may be looking for other people who are making product to add under her umbrella of products. So how do you approach Darcy? You don't say, you know, hey, I used to go to this school. You say, hey, I'm working on this, and then you get that 30-second elevator pitch together, because people don't have a long time.
They don't.
And you probably got 10 seconds to get somebody.
To get their attention.
Right.
Because guess what? You get on the elevator with me, and you start telling me about how you was raising the projects.
You
I
go.
be like, have a nice day.
You start thinking about, like,
What
are
I'm
you
gonna
in
do?
your
I'm gonna
phone?
wear tomorrow. What I'm gonna do? Let me check this phone.
Yeah.
Right.
When people pick up
'Cause you
that, when you
lose
are
them.
talking to somebody
You lose them.
and they pick up their phone, that's a number one. You lost them.
When I go to networking events, the person start talking, I be like, hey, I'm gonna wear tomorrow. What I gotta do tomorrow?
Yeah,
I be all in my
yeah,
phone. But if
yeah.
they got my attention, I never look for my phone, only to turn the volume off. It's captivating because you only have a
Right.
small window.
Right, and sometimes it's not even
And
about
our attention
might
span
not-
ain't lasting that long if it's
right,
boring.
Right, and you might not even know exactly the words you have, but your personality, your character, you know, how you represent yourself will still make somebody want to listen to you later.
Your spirit.
Yes.
Get on the elevator, you say, good morning, good morning. Oh, how you
If you
doing?
say, good morning, happy Thursday.
They're like, I'm okay. And you keep on trying to pull them, and you be like, this is a lost cause, you know. So it's little things. And that first impression is the last impression.
It is.
I'm going to go through these 2 right quick. I'm going to
Yes.
also have my intern post them. Don't just create your goals, get started on them. So talk about these to your friends and your family. And they may not understand, but it's okay because it's not for them. You just need their support and them to be your cheerleader, right? Then the 4th one, make sure you give yourself a break. We got 4 days left. Maybe take off the New Year's Eve or the New Year's Day, right? Unless you just want to celebrate, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we have to also take care of our bodies, because no matter how much money you make, if you don't have your health, all that's out the window, right? Make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're drinking water. I want you to drink deep flat tummy water, but at least drink water.
Yes.
it's important for your body. Your body feeds off of water. Make sure you're eating vegetables. Make sure you're doing some form of exercise, which I will start. I ain't gonna say I even plan. I am going to start Monday. Y'all see how I said Monday, right? I pray for me. I'm a work in progress.
That's in 3 days.
3 days. Make healthy choices. Surround your circle of influence should be positive. I know we're not perfect, but you just can't do the negative 24/7.
Right.
You just can't.
Right.
You know,
Can you share?
Go to Cindy Trim. Look up Cindy Trim. She got a prayer that will motivate your
Ooh,
inner
it's on YouTube
soul.
too. Yes.
It's daily.
Yes.
So there is too much information available that you just can't not take advantage. And the clock is ticking, and the clock and time do not wait for anyone. Ebony, Sarah, Louise, Kelly, I want to thank you so much. I love your energy today.
Thank you.
I love your positiveness and sowing seeds and telling your story that it will uplift and inspire. I am so elated to have her sitting next to me
Thank you
today.
so much.
And she will be back next Thursday. We will
Yes.
not be here on New Year's Day. Hope you guys be safe. Watch your surroundings. If you got to get turned up for the new year, then take a Uber or Lyft.
Yes.
Do not drive. Have a
Yes.
designated driver. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please share the broadcast. Next Thursday, I promise you this information is just the tip of the iceberg. We about to make some money. We about to take it to a whole nother level. All I ask is that you join me because I can't go by myself. So I need you to join me. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to the producer. Thank Wanda B. Thank you guys for tuning in. And remember, in closing, build your own dreams or someone else will hire you to be theirs. And that would be me. And I'm out. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, we out of here.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Wow.
I'm out.
What did you say? Don't just create your goals. What was the other piece of that?
What, build your own dreams?
Don't just create.
Which one?
You said don't just create your goals, and it was something after goals. I missed it.
Don't just create your goals.
It was something else. I thought. I have to make sure you give yourself a break, but it was something before that. Don't just create your goals.
Oh, get started on them today.
Gotcha.
Don't put them off. You know,
Gotcha.
don't like say I'm going to do it January 15th like I just did. Say I'm going to exercise Monday. And today is Thursday. So I'm going to exercise today. I'm going to do an exercise video. They're going to be like, oh, Lord, because I'm going to be moaning and groaning.
Oh, like, help me, Lord,
my
help
grandbaby,
me.
I tried to do something a couple of weeks ago. My grandbaby said, Grandma, what is you doing? What is that noise? I said, exercise. She said, if you got to do all that, Grandma, just
Don't do it.
I was like, whatever. What time you leaving? Bye-bye. Have a safe holiday. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Love you guys. Hey, Annette. Y'all got to check out Annette. She was on yesterday. She's on 3 days a week. Tuesdays, 5 to 7. Thursdays, 5 to 7. And Wednesdays, I think, 12 to 2. And we're